This is a calendar I made last year, and here we are again approaching the end of Tishri, coming into Heshvan. Now, y'all believe in the Bible, right? Okay, so check it out. What are we watching for? Signs, right? And I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come. So we know for a fact, because the Bible says this, that before it comes, you are going to see the sun being turned into darkness and the moon turning into blood. Well, guess what? Tomorrow we have a solar eclipse, and November 8th we have a blood moon. Now, are people going to rag on me because I'm saying this? If you believe in the Bible, you shouldn't have a problem with it, because the Bible tells us that's what's going to happen before. Now, is it this year? Who knows, right? But now we're just connecting. Okay, look at all the dots if you look at Heshvan. Heshvan coming up. Hang on. So here's tomorrow, right? There's the solar eclipse. The sun shall be darkened, and the moon turned to blood. Okay, so this is happening right now. So if we weren't pointing this out, we would be, not doing ourselves any favors here. We're told to watch. And watch for what? Again, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord comes. So we know this must happen first. And sure enough, it's happening. Tomorrow's going to be the solar eclipse and November 8th be the blood moon. Now, there's also a lot of connections with Heshvan as far as Noah's flood. So these dates are actually from last year, but either way, just look at the Heshvan. So Heshvan 10, Noah and his family get on the ark, and then 7 days later, right? They're on the ark for 7 days, and then the fountains of the deep break open, and the heavens open up, right? And then 10 days later, this here is the difference between the lunar and the solar calendar. Noah and his family get off the ark, so a year later, but it's a 10-day difference. And remember that 10-day period, right? The Church of Smyrna goes through a 10 days of tribulation. I think it's interesting. There's a lot of significance between this 10-day period. We went over all of this last year, but check it out. Remember this blood moon eclipse? We had one last year too. So 7-day warning prior to... I want to redo this for this year, because I just love doing this, right? So as you can see, like this would be the first sliver. Here's Heshvan 1. It's sunset to sunset. So 1, 2. See, a true day encompasses 2 days. And now there's so many more connections to be made. We went over it all last year, but the thing I wanted to point out is that people that get on us about, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, the Bible tells us what's going to happen first. The moon's going to be darkened, the sun's going to be darkened, and the moon turned to blood. Well, that's happening. So should we just not say anything?